All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Different host today. I'll be your host, Lance. I'm here at the Real Shot. We're going over some ice fishing stuff. Thought we'd walk around the store, see if anybody wants to hop on and ask any questions. One of the things I want to look at right away for all of you guys getting ready for the ice fishing season, come on over here, Scott. Let's take a look at our pop-up shacks today. Pop-up shacks are going to be one of the easiest ways to stay warm out on the ice this winter season. We got two models out here on the floor. The Eskimo Outbreak 250 XD. And then the Otter Vortex Pro Lodge Thermal. Scott, if you can get a good look at this shack in here, what they've done this year, they switched some stuff up. So this is going to be a shack with a thermal protective outside on it to hold the heat in. You got plenty of room in here. This is a 4 to 5 person shack if anybody's interested in that. So it's insulated, which actually helps trap the heat in. Yeah, so you're walking in here with a giant camera, and there's plenty of room. Most guys can probably stand up in here if you're, under 6 foot or so, but this is going to be a shack that you're going to get 4 to 5 people in. Holes everywhere. One thing that they did this year, if you've ever had to take down or put up a shack in low light situations, sometimes it's hard to find your way around. They got designated orange poles, which is just a handy little feature. They've got a wider door when you're wearing your striker ice gear and all that kind of stuff. You can actually get in and out of this thing, so that's pretty cool.
I'm thinking you can get 4 or 5 guys in there really comfortably with almost all your gear.
Yeah, it's a 4 to 5 person hub, so this packs down really nice. You can, I don't know if you saw it, but you can see the box in there, so it makes it super portable. If you've got a car, station wagon, truck, snowmobile, whatever, you can fit this in here. You don't need multiple people to help you lift it up. So
chairs, coolers,
chairs, coolers, tip-ups, all that kind of stuff. If you want to downsize a little bit, we do have the Outbreak 250 XD. This has been one of the best-selling shacks we've had for the last 2 seasons for sure, just because of its size and profile. They've updated it a little bit this year, and one thing that
producer Andy?
What's that?
We have a comment.
Okay, what's up?
William, I just still didn't hear the first name. Darren Williams says he cannot wait to get his next check. And Dylan, sorry, it's coming through really muddy. I don't know why. Okay. But he says he can't wait to get this next check because he's going to come to the Real Shot and blow an obscene amount of money.
Hey, well, now's the time to do it because we got prices that on some things we can't even talk about. Just about everything's on sale in one way or another. We're starting to actually dwindle down on some of our inventories with some products because our sales have been so good. But the Eskimo, Scott, was another one I wanted to look at. So if anybody's thinking about upgrading their pop-up shack this year, Eskimo has done some cool things with this one. They have a new walk-through door system, so which really makes it easy to get in and out, just like that other one. This is a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. This is probably a 3-person shack. Again, you'll have that heavy-duty fabric, so it's going to stand up to the elements. They've got tons of accessories out this year, and we've got a ton of them at the Real Shot that kind of help make ice fishing a little bit more convenient.
What are those?
These are rod holders. So if you want
to, out of here.
Yeah, if you want a dead stick, or if you got to get out, run, grab a tip up or anything like that, there's rod holders. They mount right to the hub supports there. So it makes things super convenient. These features, they don't sound groundbreaking, but they have not always been on these shacks. So just anything to kind of make it more convenient, easier, all that kind of stuff. So
those chairs come with it, Lance?
Nope, those chairs do not come with it. You got to purchase that separate. So a lot of guys will either run the chairs, or we have like the Frable sit and fish buckets, which is a popular option for any ice angler, just because you can fit your tip ups, your live bait, all that kind of stuff in there. This model, like I said, it's a little bit smaller, but comes in at $399, which is a great price to kind of get you out on the ice and enjoying time with the family and friends, pop-up, tip-up fishing, all that kind of stuff. Other unique things and cool things we got going on here. We've got a number of different rod cases. This is the striker case here. So transporter, it's been out for a few years, but if you spend a lot of money on custom rods, things like that, the transporter is going to be what you want to go with just because of its design. It protects everything really nice. You can throw this in the back of the pickup truck. You don't have to worry about your stuff getting broken or rattled around too much, which is always a great peace of mind to have with it.
Also looks like a really great lacrosse bag. If you got like lacrosse gear, you got your shoes and your shin guards in there and your racket.
Cross-contaminated a little bit if you want to use it multi-purpose for other things. Any other questions? Anybody watching out there want to see anything in particular? Wondering about any deals we got going on? What does Andy think? Does Andy see anybody out there that wants to talk about any of this
talking to
stuff?
a sock in my ear.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll do our best.
Yep. So if any comments come through, I'd be happy to kind of address those as needed. Let's take one thing I haven't seen this year, Scott, is I have not looked at our accessory wall in depth yet. So this will be a first for me too. So ice shelter accessories, we got 20% off most of them right now, or all of them even. And like I said, this is something that's going to kind of take that day out on the water to the next level. It's going to let things be a lot easier. You're out there in the elements already, so why not try to make it a little bit more convenient? We got cup holders. We got rod holders. We got base plates. We got pretty much anything you can have or need for your ice shack. Here's a rattle reel. Again, this is something you can connect right to your hub. So if you're out talking to your friends, you're grilling, you're hanging out on the ice, that's a rattle reel. Once you get a bite, that'll go off and indicate that you have a fish. Run back in, grab the fish. Another thing we got here, fish live well. That's pretty cool. It's drill a hole. So if you want to keep your fish from freezing and you want to actually keep them in the water, you have yourself a little ice live well. I know we've sold a bunch of those online in the last couple of years. The LED light kits. One thing that I don't think, Scott, a lot of people realize that they might need in the shack is actually a fan. So a fan. Why do you think you would need a fan in your ice shack, Scott?
I don't know, but if I'm with you, I'm your number one fan. So
that
you
is
don't need
true.
to bring one of those.
What this does, it's not to cool you down, or I guess it could be, but more often than not, when you have a heater in your ice shack, if you want to get that heat circulating, a fan is a great way to do it. So you're not actually cooling yourself down, obviously. You're just using that to spread the heat out in the shack and keep things more consistent. Temperature in there more comfortable. So that's a great little accessory. I don't think a lot of people realize they might need, but that would come in really handy. Here we go. Those rod holders we just looked at, $34.99. 20% off of that price right now. Holds 2 rod holders. So a bunch of really cool stuff we have to kind of make that ice fishing trip a little bit easier than it was originally with all these accessories.
Pack shovel. What do we got there, Lance? What is that thing?
Folding pack shovel. This is something that it's Christmas season, right? So whether you're an ice fisherman or not, a folding pack shovel is a great product to have with you, because when you get out on the ice and if there's snow like we're expecting to get this weekend, a lot of people like to shovel that snow away, bury it up against the sides. Look at this. Here we go, Scott. This is a good example. So you take the snow, pack it in on the side so the wind can't get under there. That folding shovel is a great, very handy thing to have. Not only on the ice, but even on the highway. Like if you get stuck or you start slipping and you need to dig yourself out, this is a portable little thing that you keep in your car, your truck, your snowmobile, your shack, whatever you got, and always have it for emergency situations.
I could see uses for camping as well.
Camping, yeah.
Shoveling coals or cleaning out a spot to light a fire.
Oh, for sure. We got a few more rod cases over here. These are a little different flavors, so it's a little bit more generic, but what they've done with some of these is they're getting better every year. So the materials on the inside are a little less prone to getting hooks stuck in them. I can see they got individual slots that help keep things from getting getting tangled up, which is it's a great feature to have. So that's the Rapala bag. This looks like it'll fit probably a half a dozen or so rods in it, combos in it. For going out on the lake, tip-ups, whatever you got. So
we have a question.
Yes, sir.
How is our stock on Nordman's?
Nordman's. Let's take a look. So Nordman's has been one of the... Matty the elf. Look at it. He's running around. Oh, look at how they scatter. Look at how they scatter. For those of you that don't know, this is Matt. He's very camera shy. We're trying to... try to show him what's going on. So let's take a look at Nordman's. Nordman's... We've tried a couple different boot lines in the past year, but Nordman's Above and Beyond is something we talk about every year. We've had them for about, 3 years now, Matt, you think? 3 years or so. So right now, what we have in the Classic Pros, I've got 3 pairs of size 8s. I've got a size 9 in here as well. I've got a couple size 10s left. And that's about it for the Classic Pro. So
yeah, that stack was up to our freaking faces, what, a week ago?
It was, and it was a lot wider too. So I remember the pallet, it might have been 2 pallets that we rolled out here. So these have been flying off the shelves. That's in the classic. If you do need a bigger size, we have the Quadros, that built-in ice cleat that Matt touched on the other day. We got a few of these left. We got size 12, size 11, a bunch of 9s, and then a few size 7s. So yeah, we're really picked over on these. But if you did need one of those sizes we talked about, hop online, order them online, get them in-store pickup so you know you got them.
And we have
Or
another
stop in
question.
the store. Yeah.
Jaw jackers.
Jaw jackers.
I think it's from Dylan Williams.
Okay.
He's making, I think Dylan is making fun of the jaw jackers. Ah, son of a jaw jackers.
He's asking about jaw jackers. I don't know if he's here. Do we have a stock of jaw jackers? Where do we find them? What do they look like?
Well, let's go take a look at
Does
these.
Matt have a couple in his pocket?
You could show him
The Finicky Foolers.
Finicky Fooler has a jaw jacker style.
Yep.
And then what is the automatic fisherman?
The Automatic Fisherman. So these are hook setting devices. We've got a couple different styles of them. They've come a long way in the last couple years, but you know
Big red thing, that's a jaw jacker?
that's the stand that it goes on. Then you got your hookups and stuff here, so you can kind of set your tensions and whatever you need for that. But that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the original ones that's been out for a while, and then you kind of see some of these offshoots come out. Finicky Foolers. What's the other one that we had? Like Ice Heaves, stuff like that have came out in the past. So we got a good selection of those, and these are something if you're going to go ice fishing, especially pan fishing and drill several holes, you're going to want to set these up with live bait and let them do the work for you so you can be a little bit more efficient out there on the water.
And these are all on sale, Lance?
The Automatic Fisherman's, I don't believe are. Right now, what we're doing is running the iFish Pro 2.0. That is going to be on sale. Again, this is a sales price that we've never done before because $30 off is kind of unheard of. And this has probably been our best selling tip up / automatic hook setting device that we've had for years. So we decided to go big this year and order a bunch of them and give a lot of people that shop at the Real Shot a great deal on these. So if you haven't seen these yet, pick one of these guys up. You will not be disappointed. Usually when we sell them, they're sold in multiples. So just kind of goes to show you there's tons of reviews out there online. Just a great thing for any ice fisherman to have. So if anybody's got specific questions on those, we can try to address them. But that is our best deal on any kind of a tip-up or automatic hook setting device, so to speak, that we have. Or just a tip-up. So that's what we got going on right here. Other things, ice combos. I keep on wanting to talk about that because 30% off is a great deal on a lot of these. We got Nick here. Looks like Nick is restocking because we've been selling a bunch of them. Nick, what has been the best-selling ice combo this year, do you think?
Probably our free falls. Probably the free falls.
Free Falls, okay. So Free Fall came on the market several years ago and continues to be one of the best ones, and I think it's because they get style points, right?
Yeah.
Like if you like the aesthetics of a combo, Free Falls is going to be something you want to check out. So this is the gray, kind of a stealthy model this year.
What's new with these ones? They did put a reel seat on this one. If you guys are reel seat people and you don't like the bands they put on, that's a good option for you.
So advantages to a reel seat, right? That's that plastic material with the foam. You're not going to get cold sticking to that. You're going to get a softer touch. It's going to be something that's going to give you a little bit more dexterity, a little bit more feel. And the gray color looks pretty cool too. I haven't seen a gray one. I know the white has been popular for years. The white's also pretty sharp. There's been green versions and stuff like that, but it looks like this year, the gray, white, and for all the USA fans, Scott, that one, that's pretty sharp.
Check it out.
So that comes with a little different handle on it as well, and you got your bands there as well.
World Cup flavored.
Okay.
American World Cup.
Okay, and you get your spinning option
at
as well.
that.
So if you prefer the spinning, advantages spinning over straight line. A lot of people, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, you want the straight line to be in shallower water. That's kind of the deal with that. You're using lighter jigs that prone to twist a little bit more. So if you use a lighter jig straight line, you're going to keep that jig at a more natural presentation. Great gift for anybody that loves to panfish. Winnebago guys that want to fish a little bit deeper and maybe like that traditional spinning reel style, that's going to be the ticket right there. What else we got, Nick? Anything else that's new for this year in the combo market?
We did a lot of clam this year.
You can't hear him.
Did a lot of clam this year.
What Nick is saying, he's got to answer a phone call right now, but we got people calling asking about these deals. But anyways, we got a lot of clam in. So Dead Meat, it's a new series that I have not seen here before. So I think this is our first year with them. Split grip design on most of these guys right here. That is a great little out-of-the-box combo. All you got to do is throw some line on that for $79.99. If you shop online or in store, you're going to get a much better deal than that on it. It's got some cool little touches
Skull
on
and
it.
Crossbones.
Skull and crossbones, yep. Dead meat, graphite, 29-inch light. So we have these in a variety of different sizes, right? Right, Nick? Nick is saying we got stuff for panfish guys, walleye guys, white bass guys, anything you could ever want. So,
Spring bobber models and regular models.
yep.
Spring bobber models and regular model.
So it's
well, Nick said.
what's nice about that is it's integrated right on there. That's not a removable one, so you know you're going to get something that's not going to fall off on you right away. Comes integrated right on there with a green indicator, so you can see it in low light situations as well. Great for pan fishing, super light jigs. That's going to kind of be the deal with those. So hey, the mess is okay, Nick. That just means that you're restocking constantly. Other staples that we've sold for years, we've got tons of Wickeds. Wicked has been probably one of our best-selling just standard ice rods that we've had. We've got some higher-end stuff here as well. Fenwick, world-class, super light, super sensitive option. If you haven't picked one of those up, they do have a open water series as well as an ice fishing series. I've got a lot of good feedback on it. I know a lot of guys that have used the open water series, and they absolutely love how sensitive those rods are.
And with all this cold weather, it is ice season, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you're waiting for if you ain't got it by now.
Well, and plus with Christmas and stuff coming right up, now is a good time to kind of just get in here and get those last minute gifts taken care of. Yep, salmon and trout. We got the hot rod rods here, specifically designed for fighting those big, nasty, mean salmon and trout. They got a longer fore handle on them, so you can kind of brace yourself a little bit. Because Nick, if I'm not mistaken, some of those runs those salmon and trout do, it's going to be half an hour, maybe through the ice. Could be, right? Yeah, I mean, they can run as long as they want, I guess. Depends on what you're getting, but steelhead.
The hardest fighting through the ice. Trout just shake their heads all the way to the hole.
So what Nick is saying, you might not be able to hear him, but he's talking about steelhead and trout. He said steelhead are going to be one of the hardest species to kind of get up and through the hole just because they are such an aggressive fish. They'll fight for a long time. So you need a rod that can handle that. Pretty important. Soft tip, yep. So that just the soft tip on that rod helps keep that bait pinned longer, right? So if
And
you're
for anybody who didn't know, that's Matt's nickname. Soft tip rods.
that's that is, I don't know. I can't
can't-
confirm or deny any of that.
That's
Scott.
right. It may be true, it may not.
One thing that's been popular for the last couple of years is Mag's ice rods. They also come in a variety. I know we've had guys calling, emailing, asking about certain models. We've got a good stock here. I know if you do end up calling the store, Nick is the guy to talk to. He knows quite a bit about these ice rods. So we got the Mags, new to the store this year. Elliott rods, right, Nick? We didn't have Elliott's last year, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Last year's our first year.
Okay, so we really expanded this year, it looks like. We've got a bunch of different lengths and actions. This looks like a little perch, a deadly little perch rod right here. So Elliott Ice Series, really nice looking rod. Very, very clean. Yep, the long rods are getting popular. Why do you want to use a long rod? So you can stand up, stand further away from the hole. Don't spook the fish. Get a little bit further away because, contrary to popular belief, you can spook a fish through the ice. So they hear those sounds and vibrations. That longer rod allows you to get a little bit further away, lets you be a little bit stealthier. Hopefully, increases your hookup opportunities and stuff like that. So
How about these orange things over here? I saw an elk thrown around in one of your commercials.
Yep.
What do we
So
got?
I mean, this is something. If anybody's ice fished before, they probably have gotten a bunch of these under the tree at one time. Pro thermal tip ups. Why these are so great is because you can kind of set them and forget them. If it's a super bitter cold day, it's insulated on the bottom there, prevents that hole from freezing up. You know, at this price, they are a really good deal right now. So you can kind of get some and set them up for whatever species you like to go after. If you want to set up perch ones, walleye ones, whatever you're thinking. Great last minute stocking stuffer that every ice angler should probably have a few of them. So one last thing that I saw that came into the store just recently, the heat dogs. I don't know enough about these to really go into detail, but I was kind of looking at some of the features. And the cool thing about these, Scott, is you have an adjustable heat angle. So if anybody's fished with a traditional ice house heater in the past, you will see on the bottom of the ice that heat tends to be pushed down more than anything. You'll get a big pool of water at the base of your shack, and you'll start kind of puddling around. This actually allows you to adjust the angle of where the heat is being displaced. So that's going to help with circulation. It's going to help with you know, not making your shack a mess and all that kind of stuff. So that's a really cool product. We got them in two sizes, a 9,000 BTU, as well as a larger one here. The BTUs on this one is 18,000 BTUs, which is about double the size. So that's going to heat up your larger ice shacks, your gun stand, whatever you need. You could even put it in your garage or your shed if you need to. So that's a really cool new product we got here. I'm looking to learn more about these. So if anybody has experience with them, let's hear the reviews. Let's hear what people are saying about them. So pretty cool stuff. As always, getting new stuff here at The Real Shot. So if you haven't checked out the store lately, it looks great. It's full. So yeah, stop on by. Visit us online. We've got a sale going on until the first of the year. So we've got apparel, ice suits, accessories, rods and reel combos, you name it. There's a bunch of different stuff going on here right now. So stop in the store and check us out.
And we did everything completely now. You can get one of the ice shacks here. You can get a fan because you're gonna need that heater behind you to warm up that shack. You got all the rods and reel combos you can get. You got all the tip ups you need. You got all the gear here. I mean, this is the one-stop shop, is it not?
Yes, it is.
I mean,
yeah.
What don't we have?
We still have a pretty good selection too of ice augers and like the drill auger type series of stuff. So if you need to set somebody up from top to bottom, this is a place you're gonna go get your clothing, get your auger, get all that stuff. Scott, you wouldn't believe how many people come in, never ice fished before, leave here with everything they need. So it happens every year that somebody comes and gets everything top to bottom, and we got it for you. So
the only thing we can't sell you is friends to fish with.
That's true, but
you're gonna have to find your own friends. But I bet you can meet a bunch here.
You probably
I
could.
bet you can meet a few.
It's a meeting spot. So a lot of great things. We could sit here all day and go over all this stuff, but if anybody doesn't have any questions at the moment, I think we're going to sign off. If you do have questions, shoot us a message on Facebook, email us at info@therealshot.com, give us a phone call, 920-750-6140, and we'll be happy to help you out in any way that we can. And of course, we always have live bait stocked, minnows, waxworms, grubs, that kind of stuff. We're ready to go. I think I saw some Kina bait over in the, or China bait over in the cooler the other day. So the beaver tails. Okay. I'm mistaken, the beaver tails. So that's another alternative to your ice bait. So that's all I got today, guys. If there's any other questions, shoot them away. Otherwise, we'll catch you later.